How to get in the Christmas spirit even when feeling depressed. Do you ever wonder about that? Do you go into the holidays feeling a little bit low, a little bit frustrated, a little bit overwhelmed or exhausted, or downright fully depressed? Well, it's not very easy to get into the Christmas spirit, and we're going to talk about some ways that you can do just that. Welcome, I'm Kim Marie, and this channel is all about supporting women to step into their most empowered self so they can live their most fulfilling life. Now, feeling depressed in the holiday season is not uncommon, so I want you to know, first of all, that you're not alone. And second of all, if you feel like you are severely depressed, I want to emphasize how important it is to seek support, to seek help. There are resources out there, there are people out there that can help you to navigate if you're not able to do it on your own. And this video is really centered more toward those who are mildly depressed and are looking for some tips and ideas as to what they can do to feel better. So in today's video, we're going to talk about embracing the season with deeper meaning, which really helps significantly, and you'll find out why. And we're going to talk about how we can maybe reimagine some of the Christmas traditions to make the whole season feel better to us. I'm going to offer some strategies that hopefully will be uplifting and allow you to reimagine how you show up as well. And ultimately, all of this is intended to help you connect more with the Christmas spirit, even when you're feeling depressed. So let's get started. I want to just acknowledge that feeling depressed during the season is common. Sometimes people feel it because they struggle to be with family. Sometimes they feel it because they feel lonely and don't have family or a place they want to go or don't spend it with others, and it feels kind of isolating. Some people don't like it because it's the darkest nights of the year. It's a time when we have the least amount of sunlight and we're struggling to feel driven. It's very normal to feel some of this, but I want to share another piece that I want you to take into consideration, and that is the idea that December, the holiday season, this can really also impact us simply because it's a natural cycle. Nature is kind of seeming to sleep. There's a lot going on under the surface to prepare, to purge, to correct what's not working, to prepare for a new birth. That's happening within you as well. I always say in my videos, we are not part of nature, we are nature. So there's going to be a certain amount of that going on for you as well. And the more that you can lean into that and actually allow yourself to feel the feels, experience what you're experiencing, maybe journal about it, take time to pause, that is going to be really, really helpful to you in terms of feeling better through the season. Now, one of the things I love to consider as we approach the holiday season is the season of Advent. A lot of people think of depression at the holidays and just they connect with Christmas. Now, I'm talking about Advent, yes, as the Christian time of the 4 weeks prior to Christmas, but I'm not talking about it from a Christian perspective, in the sense that this is not just a religious focus. This is part of nature's focus. This is a preparatory time for a time when the spirit seed is planted within us during the darkest nights of the year. It's a preparatory time. Advent is really a season of cleansing and clearing and connecting with nature. I have completely redefined Advent in my own life and my own home, and I encourage you to watch a video that I did a while back on holistic family winter holiday ideas to bring meaning. This talks about a lot of different ways, and it's going to apply here as I continue sharing a couple of the other ideas. I think you're going to really enjoy that video as a way to maybe spark some ideas and understand how I also brought deeper meaning to my own Christmas and holiday season. So that's one thing, is really embracing the preparatory time between Thanksgiving and Christmas to kind of reimagine it, rethink the way that you show up. Consider how you are preparing yourself and embracing and leaning into this time of year rather than resisting it. Now, there are some practical, strategic tools and practices we can do to also uplift our mood. One of my favorites is journaling. Journaling is like no other practice that I know of that engages the whole of our being, allowing us to engage our thoughts engage our emotions, feel into things, and also, of course, our actions. It engages our behavior with the physical writing on paper. And I have my Sacred Nights of Winter journal that I put out every year. This year's theme is living aligned with nature. That's also going to be incredibly supportive. But more importantly, I get so many testimonials from people using this journal that say to me, I don't have the winter blues anymore. I don't get depressed. Christmas has so much more meaning now. The holiday season has so much more meaning. That's what I want for you. Be sure to check the link in the description. This journal is so powerful and such a beautiful way to step and turn into yourself so that you're not feeling the overwhelm of everything that's around you, feeling the isolation. It actually helps you step into the deeper meaning of the season and prepare for the new year in ways that are quite magical, which you'll see as you check out the journal. Now, another thing that you can do to shift how you show up for Christmas and get in the Christmas spirit, even if you're feeling a little bit depressed, is to begin to reimagine the Christmas traditions. Now, what I mean by that is to create them in a way that brings meaning emotionally and mentally and even physically for you. This allows you to create traditions that suit your emotional needs instead of maybe go against the grain of your emotional needs. Some people get depressed during the holiday season because they don't want to deal with the hustle and bustle. They don't want to face the overwhelm and the struggle of holiday shopping and parties and obligations and family time and all of that. Well, what if you reimagine what your traditions are going to be? There's nothing that says a tradition, it has to be the same all the time. You get to reinvent your traditions, recreate, reimagine your traditions. And that's what I'm inviting you to do here, is that if old traditions aren't working, what traditions can you create that actually help bring you joy? Maybe there are certain crafts or certain types of baking or cooking, or maybe there are certain activities that are very different than the ones you usually do. Maybe you don't do some and you'd like to maybe engage in some. Reimagine the traditions. And when you reimagine your Christmas traditions and create them for you that are going to really serve your emotional needs and your mental and physical needs as well, everything begins to change and you begin to connect with a whole different idea of the Christmas spirit itself. So that brings me to this idea of the Christmas spirit. What do we mean by that exactly? Well, of course, Christmas is typically considered a Christian holiday. However, like most Christian holidays, there were lots of indigenous people celebrating this time of year long before Christianity came along. And it already meant rebirth, new life, a return of the sun, a return of the light after the winter solstice. There are so many other traditions, and I've done lots of different videos on this channel that you can check out to explore different ways of seeing the season that bring added meaning, even if you're Christian. I grew up Christian. That has been my traditional path, but I really wanted to find more meaning, to feel more connected to the season. That's, for me, what the Christmas spirit is all about. When you can tap into something deep within yourself that feels resonant with the season, that feels aligned with nature, that feels connected. And again, that was one of my biggest discoveries and the reason I created that Sacred Nights of Winter journal that I mentioned before. So I hope you'll check out the link in the description, get your copy of the journal. It will bring so much joy and connection and renew your sense of the Christmas spirit and begin to put you on a journey toward a whole new meaning of Christmas, a whole new understanding of how to show up for Christmas, how to be present to Christmas, and how to find joy and be in the Christmas spirit, even if you're feeling a bit depressed. I hope you found those things helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.